Hi, I'm Noah, and I got a Google TV because I care about the future. Well, no, that's not really true. I mean, that is kind of true, but that sounds like an ad for the... I'm Noah. What's up, everybody? You might know me from such work as, hi, I'm Noah from PhoneDog.com. But now I'm doing other things. You should still check out PhoneDog.com for your phone stuff. But yeah, check out me for some other stuff too. And maybe we'll talk about phones once in a while. Anyway, I did get a Google TV. And I did get it because I'm curious about the future. But, you know, to say I got a Google TV because I care about the future implies that Google TV is the future. And I'm not quite sure about that, but that's why I got one to check it out. I got the Sony Internet TV box. I got this one for two reasons. One, I wanted to get something that I could hook up to my existing TV because that would be a little bit easier than getting a whole new TV, let alone, cheaper. Two, they didn't have the Logitech unit in stock where I went. They had the Sony unit in stock, and it has a Blu-Ray player also. And I actually don't have a Blu-Ray player. So I figured, we'll just get this. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee policy at the store I bought it from. So I figured I could try it out, and if I don't like it or I feel like it's not worth it, I'll take it back. Because it was $400, which is a lot. I think that's a lot for a set-top box. Especially when you've got, Roku and the Western Digital and Apple TV and stuff for $99. Obviously, those are very different. They don't have all the functionality that Google TV has, let alone a Blu-ray player built in. But, I don't know if Blu-ray players, how much longer they're going to be around. Anyway, enough out of that. Let's take this $400 Sony Internet TV, Google TV, Blu-ray player thing with this enormous remote control. Let's get it out of the box. Alright, so here we go. Let's get inside the box and see what's what. Now, I went to the store, like I said, and I checked out, they had on display, they had this unit. They had several Sony TVs, LED flat panel TVs that had the Google technology built in. No Blu-ray player, but a nice looking LED sets, thin, picture looked good, 1080p resolution and everything with the Google TV built in. Those started at I believe $6.99 for a 24-inch. They had 32-inch, 40-inch, I think a larger one, and then they had the Logitech unit. They didn't have it in stock, but they had it on display, the Logitech Review, which starts at $299, so a little bit cheaper, $100 cheaper than this unit, the Sony. And then the Logitech came with a little mini remote, and then there were add-ons. There was a big keyboard remote, there was a video chat camera, and some other stuff. So anyway, here's the main unit, the Sony NSZ-GT1. It's a Blu-ray player. On the front, you've got a power button, slot for your Blu-ray discs, USB player, or USB port rather, a connect button, an eject button. On the back, perhaps more importantly, your inputs, outputs. So you've got your IR blaster, HDMI in, HDMI out, optical digital out, your LAN port if you want to use the hard Ethernet, 3 USB cables, and then your power button. It's got Dolby True HD, DTS HD for your audio. It's Java powered. It's got an Intel chip inside of it, all that kind of stuff. So the process, you're going to have to hook this up not only to the TV set, but also to the internet and also to my cable box, which in my case is a TiVo HD unit. So that'll take some doing. Here's the IR blaster control, which I presume you plug in and then you put one of these in front of the TiVo so that your set-top box, your Sony box, is now controlling the TiVo. So the Dish Network also offers now a Google TV option, which I think may be the most compelling, just because if you like Dish TV service, because then you have it all built into one. You have to mess around with all this different stuff. But anyway, you also get an HDMI cable. You get your power cord. You get your power adapter brick, and you get some batteries for the remote. Now the remote is a beast. This thing is crazy. It's like a PlayStation. It's kind of like a PlayStation controller with a keyboard built in. I played around at the store, like I said, with this one and the Logitech. The Logitech, the way it was set up at the store, it wasn't working so well. So I spent a little more time with the Sony unit. And it's not the kind of thing that the average person is going to pick up and start using right away. It seems like it does a lot. It's powered by Google, so it'll do a lot, but it's very confusing. And I mean, the remote, not only is the remote confusing, but there's actually an optical joystick right here on this thumb pad, so it gets even more confusing. I mean, you've got a full QWERTY board. You've got, a bunch of these keys. You got a quadruple wide space bar. I'm going to take some of my work at PhoneDog and apply it here. Quadruple wide space bar, the quick brown, yeah, you get the idea. The keys feel nice, chiclet style, they feel pretty good. It's a nice size for the remote.
But then you've got, in addition to the regular remote, you've got a row of numerical keys that all have double function for symbols. You've got 2 shift buttons, you've got 2 function buttons, you've got an alt button, you've got a search button, you've got yellow, blue, red, green, whatever those mean. I assume when you're using it they'll be a little more clear, but still, I'm just saying the average person looking at this, yellow, blue, red, green, record all of your transport controls for your DVR, I would assume. And then on top you've got guide TV, DVR, but then these are dual function for your Blu-ray DVD player. Yeah, I forgot to mention the unit will also play DVDs, not just Blu-rays, like any Blu-ray player. You've got a star button that functions as page down. You've got muting. You've got your standard controls, volume up, down, control up, down. Page up, down is also a function key. You can see, and then you've got like the Android controls here with home, back, menu, and whatever that is, which isn't really Android, it's Google TV, I guess. And then you've got scroll and zoom. So there's a lot going on with this remote. And, I just, between the setup of the unit, getting it placed in between your cable box or your TiVo box, your DVR, and your TV set, with the IR blaster and everything, and then just actually using the thing, very complicated for a consumer to set up. It's not surprising, it's kind of how Google rolls. Here, I'll get my face in the camera here, while me talking. It's kind of how Google rolls, right? Because, am I under here? Can you see me? Hello? Because that's, they ship a product, a lot of functionality, opened up to people to develop with and consumers to play around with. And, I heard somebody already achieved root access on this thing. But for the average consumer, are they going to want this? Are they going to be able to pick it up? Or is the kind of thing that, it's early adopter and eventually it'll get more simplified. In the meantime, you'll pay somebody a couple $100 to come install it for you. Maybe that's my new career. I'll be a Google TV installer. Anyway, I'm going to try to get this thing installed. Like I said, I have cable, I have a TiVo box, I have a little home theater set up with an amp, so I'll have to get that all hooked up. I think it's just going to be HDMI into the Google box. So from my cable to my cable box, HDMI to the Google box, HDMI to the TV set, and then the IR blaster to, or in my case, HDMI to the amp, my receiver that goes to the TV set. And then the IR blaster will have to sit on top of the TiVo to control that. And then I have a universal remote, and it's very complicated, so we'll see what I can do with it. So, check the blog, nk126.com, the Twitter account, Noah Kravitz, and of course here on the Kravvy Krav channel for more updates, video, text, pictures, whatever. And we'll see. Either there'll be updates about all the things it can do or can't do, or there'll be updates about how I threw it against the wall because I couldn't get it hooked up. You'll have to stay tuned. That's the fun of the internet. It's a big mystery. Till next time, I'm Noah. Thanks for watching. Here's to the future.